There's one hormone in the body that can override almost every other hormonal system that we have. And what most people don't understand is that this alone is associated with so many symptoms that so many people struggle with. And the crazy thing about all of this is that it is almost never measured properly with conventionally trained medical doctors. So realistically, you could potentially see your doctor. You could go over a list of symptoms that are all related to this one biological mechanism, and you could never get the testing done to help you to connect the dots. And of course, I'm talking about the hormone cortisol. But perhaps the best way to understand how cortisol works is to remember what it is primarily used for in the body. Cortisol is our stay alive hormone. It maintains our blood sugar and our blood pressure to keep our heart and our brain alive. And to do this, it spares no expense. In doing this, it breaks down our body and our muscle and our fat and our bone. When times are tough, cortisol breaks down the stored nutritional resources that we have stacked onto our body over time. I mean, it literally breaks us down to keep us alive. Now, the other thing that cortisol does is to maintain our blood pressure, and it does this by increasing how hard the heart squeezes, increasing our pulse rate, and increasing the constriction of our peripheral blood vessels. This then naturally changes where our blood flow is prioritized. So if cortisol is keeping us in a high alert state, is it any surprise that common signs of cortisol dysfunction can include changes in mood and memory, changes in skin character and tone, and changes in the gut function? Because when blood flow and when blood glucose and blood pressure and stress chemistry are all being directed towards survival, other systems start to suffer. And this can affect everything from maintaining our microbiome to our digestion, to our energy, our libido, our moods, and our memory. I've had so many patients resolve any number of different clinical symptoms by first recognizing how their stress and cortisol were contributing to their health and then making the required changes. But our mainstream docs don't think about measuring this. And yet, cortisol is arguably one of the most important hormones that our body has to keep us alive and well. So, where do you start? As a doctor with 30 years of experience, and 15 of which have been in functional medicine, I believe that the most important first step that somebody can take is simply to know where they're starting from, to know the current status of their health. And this can be done simply and in the privacy of your own home with a simple 5-question self-assessment that I have put together. It's going to take you about 2 minutes to learn where your health stands from a functional standpoint. You can look for it in the description of this video. And if you want to know how cortisol changes your digestion, be sure to check it out in the video which is listed here.